Hey guys, it's Anna and welcome to my channel. Today I'm gonna review some perfumes, do what I do. I'm gonna share my thoughts. I'll start out with the ones that I purchased myself and then I will let you guys know once I begin with the fragrances that I received in PR. Getting straight into it. This is Sphinx Creme de Pistache. I blind bought this. When I saw this being released, I was so excited, particularly because when I think of like my ideal pistachio ice cream gelato type of perfume, I have a very different smell that comes to mind than what is offered on the market. And I was hoping that this would be more towards like what I was envisioning. I really like Kayali's Yum pistachio gelato, but specifically layered. It was different, like I said, from what I was envisioning from that kind of profile, but I've grown to just love it for layering specifically. I'm gonna tell you right now, jot this down. Layered with Rirana's Tonka Nutmeg. You got it? Tonka Nutmeg. Unstoppable, unclockable, unreal combo. Like I wore that the other day to an art show. When I tell you, I was like, I'm a fragrance genius. Match made in perfume heaven, because you've like the airy, fluffy, sweet girly elements from Yum Pistachio Gelato, but then the edge, the spice to ground it from Tonka Nutmeg. And also, if there happened to be a Kulfi note listed in Tonka Nutmeg, I wouldn't question it, wouldn't doubt it. It smells like there could be that in there. So therefore, the profiles are magic together. Had to let you know about that. Creme de Pistache. I was hoping for something that would give more of like an ice creamy factor, like giving the ice cream experience, but then not pulling fully gourmand or too sweet. Like it has notes in there to give it edge, to ground it. So I was hoping that the amber, rum, white musk would pull through. I'm gonna tell you right now what this smells like. Bath & Body Works, Christmas time. You walk into the store. You don't even need to walk into the store, you know. You're smelling that place 5 stores down. Point is, Bath & Body Works during Christmas time, you are hit in the face with every single holiday scent they could possibly muster up to offer you. You are getting all of those strong, potent candles, the smell of the overly gourmand, the spice, the like evergreen pine balsam, like the list goes on. That is the experience that I get out of Creme de Pistache. That is the best way I could describe it. It just smells like a mishmash, hodgepodge, the Bath & Body Works holiday candle collection in its entirety, melted, put into a bottle. So for me, it's just entirely too much. Smells like a candle. Unfortunately, not the pistachio experience that I had hoped for. This next one I know is gonna be nothing new to a lot of you, but I bought Eric Parfum de Marly Layton, like Parfum de Marly OG. And I've been familiar with this scent for years, but I just got around to getting him a bottle. If you know, you know. If you don't know, this is an amazing niche fragrance staple in any man's fragrance collection. It just smells just undeniably good. Like it's the effect of like wanting to bury your face like in someone's neck. It's absolutely the type of scent that's going to draw people in closer. This is just the perfect balance of sweetness, spice, wood. There are like soft gourmand elements in here, like a bright crisp green apple and a creamy smooth sweet vanilla, but it never goes too sweet. It just makes it absolutely comforting. I feel like this would be a beautiful signature scent. I mean, it is for so many people. I think it's fantastic for dates because it just draws people in closer. It just has this overall cozy vibe to it, and that is aided by the addition of lavender. Beautiful aromatics in here. We have that, the cardamom, which is always just fantastic in my book. And it's resting on such a smooth guaiac wood, sandalwood, and also a bit of patchouli. This just all around is such a likable fragrance. This is a scent that's going to appeal to so many guys. I hear this all the time, but people say this is a fantastic option to start when going into the niche fragrance world, and I couldn't agree more. It works practically year round. I'd say it just doesn't quite suit summer. It's an extremely smooth blend. It's not too much, too little of anything. Like all the notes just come together in harmony, and you're kind of just getting the best of both worlds. Like you're getting that bit of spice, getting that bit of wood, getting that bit of enticing gourmand touches. I think it's fantastic. Eric loves it, and he gets about 7 hours with a moderate to strong projection. Now moving on to PR, you guys know what to expect. You will be getting my honest thoughts. I'm so sorry. Huge shout out to all the brands that want to send me product. I'm always very grateful. It's such a blessing. But regardless of things being gifted, I'm here to give you my opinions. I'm here to review. So this one is a new fragrance launch from Kajal. This is Masa. This I would describe as unisex leaning masculine. This is unfortunately not for me. You need to be into your green sense here. What I get from this, wet greenery, like very damp, luscious patchouli, there's petitgrain, also a lot of cardamom. That is first and foremost what I get. Also a lot of vetiver, there's ginger, woody notes. So this comes across to me like damp, earthy greenery with very bright, juicy citrus. There's Mirabelle plum, grapefruit, bergamot, and then addition of a creamy, a little bit sugared vanilla. It's too green for my taste. However, when it comes to this house, if you do love one of their particular fragrances, the performance is always top tier. Then we have Byron the Chronic Rouge Extreme. This is actually one of my favorites that the brand carries. It's raspberry, whipped cream, melon, musk, sandalwood. This is a very feminine perfume, like no doubt about it. And just overall, it has a very young character to it. Very playful, candy-like. It's creamy, fluffy, sweet. Vanilla isn't listed in here, but I do get that vibe. A big like for me. I see this as like totally an easy reach, safe option. I think so many girls would enjoy this scent. It's fun for sure. Like it just puts you in a good mood. Next up is Micallef Spiritual. If you are someone who loves the Zaharoff Herba Pura or Tiziana Terenzi musk kind of DNA, you're gonna love this. This absolutely gives me vibes of that, but you have to be into that kind of profile because that is polarizing. For the longest time, that DNA was just like an absolute no for me. As time has gone on and I've been introduced to more and more fragrances that fall underneath that profile, continue to revisit, continue to test, it's growing on me bit by bit. However, regardless of that, it's a DNA that always gives me a headache, unfortunately. Like there is no escaping it. The way the musk is done just has that kind of effect on me. So it's definitely a perfume I suggest sampling first. But if it doesn't have that kind of effect on you, you love this kind of DNA and you're looking for a strong fragrance, this will deliver. That ambergris along with like overall giving a musky experience also delivers like a salty skin feel. That with the bright bergamot, fresh spicy pink pepper, and also a loud jasmine, like it's doing a lot. And there's just a touch of sweetness from vanilla. But yeah, just unfortunately overall, this kind of DNA like across all brands doesn't quite work for me. The other one also by Micallef is Delice. I've actually spoken on this one before. I have multiple travel sprays of this fragrance and now have the full bottle. This smells so elegant, so feminine, classy, refined. And looking at the notes, I don't know if you're gonna feel differently about it, but to me, this smells so much fresher and cleaner than what I would expect from looking at the notes. It has such a crisp, fresh, natural feel to it. It's giving quiet luxury for me. Crisp rose petals, like a green dew-covered, bay leaf. There's an orange note, which I don't per se smell orange, but I can pick up that there's a nice citrus tone. The oud in here, such a clean oud. And then there is an elegant fresh spicy tone from the nutmeg, the cinnamon, and that brings some warmth to it, but it's never heavy. Like, this is a scent that can be worn year round. The plum comes across to me as a young, crispy plum, nothing boozy, deep, or like overly juicy. I feel like this is a perfume a very elegant, classy woman would wear. All right, I'm now gonna give you my thoughts on the new Kayali Oud collection. I'm gonna start with Rose Oud 16. This was my least favorite from the collection. If you know me, this is exactly what's not my taste in fragrances. This is what I would describe as a typical dry, mature, spicy, woody rose. Rose, geranium, peony scent. It has some spiciness, and then it has the woody notes of oud and cashmere wood. This overall does have a deep tone, but like the oud note isn't doing the most. I personally don't pick up on any of the vanilla. I'm not picking up on any sort of sweetness. So yeah, unfortunately, this one is not for me. The next one I'll go over is Tobacco Oud 04. And while this is the strongest in the collection in terms of the oud note, the oud is not like too much for me. Depending on how it's done, of course, I can either really like oud or really not. I'm not getting a barnyard feeling, but as always, I recommend sampling it first because I don't know what your nose is gonna pick up on. This is okay for me. Again, it's just not a combo that I personally enjoy note-wise. I think if you do enjoy those kind of profiles, you may really enjoy this. Fall, winter type of scent. The thing is, often when it comes to these kind of note pairings, the combination of honey with the tobacco, it very often to my nose just has like a sour undertone. So although the honey is a prominent note, this isn't like a super sweet, gooey honey. Definitely picking up on, you know, an assortment of dried spices, aromatics. There's patchouli, geranium, sage, clove. Has a warm ambery feeling from the benzoin, and the mandarin brings in this like tangy quality. This next one, I was convinced for sure I was gonna love it. No doubt about it. The Vanilla Oud 36. Unfortunately, I don't like it. This to me smells like a very waxy vanilla, and overall it's quite a simple fragrance, and that doesn't have to be a bad thing. I love Vanilla 28. It's a more simple vanilla, but it's done to perfection. It's so addictive, but this for me just wasn't giving. This has a bit of a powdered quality to it, and I honestly don't smell oud either, just like a faint base of cashmere wood. It's a dry vanilla. It has so many beautiful notes that I love. It just doesn't translate that way to me. It just altogether comes across as a simple waxy vanilla musk with a little bit of wood. Last one, the clear winner for me out of the collection is Cafe Oud 19, which was a huge surprise to me because very often coffee and fragrances, it smells good, it's just not personally what I want to smell like. This to me is a stunning blend of coffee, rose, oud, and vanilla. This stands out to me. This smells rich, refined. Oh, I love the blend in this. I am very much so considering getting a full bottle. I feel like when I wear this, I smell rich, dark, sultry. These 4 notes are the stars in this blend, but they all come together in harmony. Feels like the perfect amount of each of them. It's not too much rose for me. It's not too much coffee for me. It's not too much oud, and it also is not too sweet for me. The coffee in here brings in this deep, sultry, exotic tone. It smells like rich coffee grounds. The way that that is paired with the rose, like these velvety red rose petals, not going into the mature direction, a nice agreeable oud to give it that woodiness, that depth, and then a yummy vanilla to bring it all together, but it's not doing the most where this is so sweet or so gourmand. There's also some musk, geranium, has some fresh spiciness. I think it's sultry, I think it's sexy. I've worn this back to back on its own. I think this makes a beautiful layering perfume as well with so many different profiles. I picture basically an it girl with rich brown hair or jet black hair. She's wearing an all black outfit, very confident, and just has a sultry vibe about her. I think Cafe Oud is fantastic, and I get about 5 hours with moderate projection. So that wraps up my video for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't already. If you want to see me in any more videos, I'd appreciate it so, so much. I hope you guys are having an amazing day, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.